Hey, good morning. This is my 9 for 9 video. So I'm trying to put out 9 charts, 9 minutes before 9 o'clock every morning. So basically, one of the major developments overnight was the US dollar JPY. Uh, basically, indicating that the free money train, Japan was the last one to start raising interest rates, and it's indicating that the free money train is over with. So this is a bearish scenario for the global markets. So be mindful of that. Having this whole run up in the market, at least they've had the carry trade going on, where the money was so cheap to borrow over in Japan that investors could still finance their operations at a relatively low rate. Okay, so the obviously that money train seems to be unwinding here, so be mindful of that. Next thing going on here, real quick, we broke down this. This is the first closing price of this trend on SPY. We broke that down here in the overnight into the close yesterday. We still haven't even back tested that trend. Um, So suggesting that we are still going to be coming down here to the 453.50 area possibly here, because this is a broken pattern. So be mindful of that. This is still very much a broken pattern, and we just back tested the 20 SMA, which makes sense that we broke down away from the daily 20 SMA. We just back tested it here in the free market. We want to see that for a bearish take to hold going into today's session. So basically, bottom line is we are in a bearish scenario going into the option, and so be mindful of that. To see if that plays out. Now, ultimately, if this does play out, okay, this is a head and shoulders pattern. If we were to break the neckline, start accepting prices lower here, so we are looking for a target down here, somewhere between the 451, 450 area. Okay, ultimately that would be the greater theme here. First, you have to get through this first main support. We haven't broken through that yet, so be really mindful of that. If we break that, we're not even down to it yet. Then we're looking for that bigger theme. This is a potential diagonal breakdown, so it's different for the Qs. Showing early initial pop in the Qs. This actually should be a more bearish pattern, so that you have to be really careful on this bearish scenario. But down here, I was looking coming into the week to potentially fill most, if not all, this gap in the Qs. So after yesterday's trade action, that might be the case. If anybody here on Twitter, I do have a Discord account. I try to update my charts at least every couple days here, and so I follow all the Magnificent Seven and then some of the main indice charts, and I try to keep those updated and stuff. And so as far as the S&Ps go, obviously, this is what we're looking for the bearish count. Basically, you see the bottom of this trend line here. 4,500 is really critical. We start breaking 4,500, that puts the breakout trade in jeopardy. But obviously, the bottom of this trend, this is below 4,400 to be doing another back test. It looks to me like we need to wind tighter into the pendant for a breakout. So just be mindful of that going forward. That's just one of the many charts that I posted overnight. Posted a lot of them last night. That was the day before, and this is the pay account, so you'll see it. Some things that I'm looking at here, and then there's another way of looking at the S&Ps without that trend line on there. But obviously, there is a descending trend line right here. All pointing back down here to the 450 if we start breaking down here on the S&Ps. The Qs real quick here. Um, go up here real quick to my chart. Yeah, see, uh, see what we're. I found this on the internet. See how the Qs. This is from TrendSpider. They posted it. This is what they're looking at here on the Qs. The pattern that's currently playing out here. Just this stuff is all free here. If anybody wants to join my little Discord here real quick. So real quick, like some of the charts I'm looking at this morning, like Nvidia. There is news out of the Eurozone. They're trying to regulate AI over in Europe, and some of the regulations they're putting on the table is having a negative impact on NVIDIA and Microsoft. So that is one of the things you have to be really worried about because they're in steep discussions. They have a committee, active committee going on right now to try to regulate how this AI stuff's going to be hitting the eurozone. So that's probably what really aided the sell-off yesterday. So be mindful of that scenario going forward. Um, like Nvidia here, this is a descending pendant. That's typically a bearish pattern, but we do have divergences happening. So it's got a mixed read on your Nvidia here, leading to the downside. So keep that one on watch. There's several Nvidia charts I posted. So Apple real quick. Um, so some things here on Apple. So we came right up to the Keltner week monthly Keltner high, monthly Keltner high, and we rejected that right there. That line right there. That's our monthly Keltner high, and we rejected that. So that is a major resistance area. So just be very mindful of that going forward. This looks like a possible double topping formation going on Apple, realizing how significant that resistance is on Apple. So be very mindful. Not many traders are going to show you that. I had several on Apple charts too. Um, I'm just going to show you my charts. Some things I'm looking at. Microsoft was one of the leaders to the downside yesterday. So, Nasdaq came down and broke the prior day lows, and Microsoft kind of it had rallied up into my channel up here, right to the tick, and it literally sold off immediately out of the gate. So this is a very bearish chart. When you don't even have a wick at the top, these are the charts you're looking for continuation to the downside. So this in here is one of the chief continuation charts that I'm looking at for today. Uh, Google, really inside day here. Uh, it's really not giving me a clear signal on Google. There's a lot of overlapping volume at this price point. Really not one of the ones I'm really focused in on going into, even if we have a sell side action here, it's not one of my chief focuses. Amazon, really bad money flows yesterday. We are getting a potential bearish. I found this on the internet. This is a different way of looking at Amazon. And then I have my chart up here and some things I'm looking on Amazon. I had actually put a chart out yesterday morning about possibly going bearish because it was trading down here, but it hadn't broken out of this green level. And well, I had some really stock twits. I had some really mad comments because I told them to go share bearish, and immediately out of the gate, I guess they went short on Amazon. If you'd have just waited for the first 5 minute candle to close, and if you even bought in, if you shorted below the body of the candle, it never got there. It never even got to the bottom of the body of the candle. I mean, it just took off from there and rallied. I mean, if you'd have just waited 5 minutes, you would not have gotten burned on Amazon. But this is a bullish pattern till it isn't. So that green area right there, we're looking for that to potentially break and a potential bullish top scenario, along with the money flows are suggesting that it's a bullish top scenario, but it's still technically a bullish chart. Okay, I'm running out of time here. I'm 8:44. Meta is flat. Netflix is really bearish, so I'm going to put that one up real quick. Netflix looks like, see that trend line right there? Netflix looks like, I don't know if it's already back down to that yet or not. I don't think, no, it was one I put out this morning. Okay, yeah, looking for a move back down to that trend line here on Netflix. Other things, Boeing doesn't look done. Tesla is winding very tight. So real quick here, I'm running out of time. I'm over 9 minutes here. Real quick here on AMD. Real quick. So AMD. So basically, you've got this pattern going on here, bull flag pattern. Uh, we are still above that support. So technically, AMD's even still a bullish pattern. It didn't break support yet. So I'm really watching AMD. I got setting up an alert right below yesterday's lows, and we'll see what happens there. See if that we start getting continuation there as well. Okay. Okay. I'm over 9 minutes, so that's all I'm going to say today. Please follow me, retweet me, please, on Twitter. I really appreciate all the feedback. I'm gonna have comments in below if you want to be in my Discord. In the comments section on YouTube, I will have a link to join the Discord if you're interested. And anybody is welcome to post their charts or whatever in my server. I'm not a difficult person. Just keep things clean. Okay.